situation going on here, like with this show. I had a great show way back, and in this show, I learned so many things about female nature. So this week, on this Friday, August 5th, I'm gonna have this Friday, August 5th. I'm gonna have a podcast at 7 p.m. Okay, guys, it's gonna be at 7 p.m. and then we're gonna talk about a lot of things uh, you see the guys that's gonna be there is gonna be this guy on the suit, the guy on the bottom, and this guy. So everybody that's in this show is gonna be there. There's gonna be one extra guy. There's gonna be two extra guys. So on the other show, there's gonna be five guys. So I want to prepare myself totally so I can be fully ready for the show. So let's go over the show and we're gonna dissect it one by one. Okay, thank you guys.
Right here. What's your name? What do you do? And what are you looking for in a lady?
You said me, miss?
Yeah.
What is your name?
First, it's a pleasure to meet you, miss.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, miss. My name's Lucien Mosan Lobel Cremi. That's too much. Luke is a lot easier. I know, I get that a lot.
Luke, okay. Nice to meet you, Luke.
Thank you. I'm a financial advisor. I live in Palm Springs, California. And I was just, if there's anything else you would like to know,
what are you looking for, like just in general with a woman?
I would love.
Basically, what do you look in a what do you look for in a woman? Like, if in a relationship, if you're dating a woman, what is your type of woman that you look for?
A long-term relationship. I would love someone I could share every experience with, every day. Someone I could talk with. She could describe how she feels openly, without any feel that she would be insecure about it. She can open up. Because to me, that is what a relationship is. We know she knows exactly what to expect from me and I to her. So,
wow.
someone who's smart. I'm sure you are.
I think it's pretty smart.
Well, I'm gonna go with thank you, Miss. So
nice to meet you, Luke.
Thank you, Miss.
All right. Gentleman in the car. Name, what you're up to, and what you're looking for.
Hey, and your name is Jamie?
Jamie, yeah.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm a little nervous.
What? Don't be nervous. This is just fun and games. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous at all. Yeah, my name is Harry, and I'm an actor producer, and I produce for a show called Unite and Heal America on KABC Radio in Los Angeles, and podcast, and I've done a lot of acting and stuff. And what I'm looking for in a
You know what I noticed, guys? You know what I noticed about women liking a guy? When a woman likes a guy, the guy can do the minimal. The minimal, the woman is gonna give in. You see this guy, Adrian? I want you to watch this guy. His behavior toward the show. He has this cellular phone, he's using it. And I don't know if he's paying attention. I don't know. But so that's what it is, guys. And you're gonna see what's gonna happen. He might still be able to get away. He's gonna get away. So you're gonna see how he's gonna get away because there's some sort of chemistry that we don't understand. I believe that there's some things that you should do as a man to attract a woman, but there's like I don't know, a certain percentage of things that it's not in your power. She just like you. You know, I think there's those things too, guys. Yeah.
woman is, I guess, like a genuine woman that's like, has good values and, is attractive, but is also very real and, it's a good partner. And I'm laughing because I just got out of a relationship and, somebody that you can like really trust and have fun with at the same time, but also share like good values,
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Last but not least, name, what you do, what you look for in a woman.
Well, you saved the best for last. I'll let you know.
This guy, I'll tell you.
We got some comedians.
I like him.
Yeah.
So, a little bit about me. I'm an actor and a writer in Los Angeles. I'm originally from New York, but I live here now. And what I look for in a woman, I want a girl that's hot, just like really hot, sexy, skinny, particularly very skinny and tall. I'm very tall. So, Jamie, I hope you're tall because you got to be this high to ride the A train. So,
Oh my God. Okay.
I hope you're tall. And then as far as personality goes, you got to have energy. You got to have a zest for life, someone who likes to travel, someone who loves the arts, who has a passion for whatever they're doing in life, but in particularly somebody that I can put on the back of my motorcycle and we can ride off into the sunset. That's what I'm looking for. Is that you?
Oh.
I'm asking the questions here.
Okay, well, I get to ask questions too sometimes.
No, it's gonna be a conversation, guys. He can ask, you can ask. It's a conversation.
Okay.
I understand, but you can ask, of course. But but at the end of the day, you decide which one is the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep having a conversation. Like,
Okay.
see which one intrigues you the most. Go back to the other guy if you feel another guy intrigues you more, or if you want to stay with him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
So Adrian, said it very clearly in the first podcast. Adrian, like talk about like he needs a woman that's hot. So does that mean that if Jamie gets add a little weight, fat, that Adrian will drop Jamie like a hot potato? Drop Jamie like a hot potato, like a hot. Yeah, I mean, because that's basically what you're saying when you're saying that. So but it's an honest conversation. Those things. The guys that are looking for hot girls, it's very honest. Um, but it's something that it's a conversation that we have to have. How the woman must look. She must stay like this, or she cannot, she cannot do better. She has to stick with that look forever. So that's the premise that we are in. You must look like this forever. So that's basically what Adrian is kind of saying.
Are you? Do you look for
What-
a high value man? Like
Yeah. Oh, should I talk about what I'm looking for then?
yeah, in a man.
All
What
right.
do you look for in a man?
All right. So, my name is Jamie Lopez. I work in the beauty industry, more in the like corporate beauty industry. And what I look for in a gentleman, definitely somebody that genuine connection. Being from LA, it's so fluffy, and I feel like people say a lot of things that either they want to believe, but they're not about that, or they project onto things that maybe that aren't authentic. And it's for me, my hardest like challenge with men is just getting past that and like actually seeing if there's some type of connection. And so yeah, I think like just getting to know someone who's comfortable enough to to get down to nitty gritty and like really see what we're about. But yeah, so am I allowed to ask ages?
Of course. Anything.
Okay. I will start with the last gentleman. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Adrian, I'm the one.
Adrian.
The single one.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
40. Okay. And Harry?
I'm 55.
All right. And Luke?
I am 30, miss.
I'm 33. So kind of we're not all close, but either way, it doesn't matter. Age has never been an issue for me.
You look 32.
I look what?
You look 32, so it's okay.
Oh, that 1 year. So, I mean, I don't even know like what to start with. Why?
Okay, so like I'm gonna help you guys. So
Okay.
like how tall are each of you guys? That's an important thing for
Well,
women.
we know Adrian.
Because like women do have a problem with short guys. So,
Well, most women,
most
yes.
women. What about you?
I'm pretty petite. I'm 5'2", so
Okay.
yeah. So I think Adrian's not. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Way to go. Way to go.
You got heels, right? Can you wear heels?
I live in. I do think I carry myself taller. Though.
Yeah, you do carry yourself taller.
Yeah, I would
because
say.
on the picture, I do not think you were that right? But she has a good frame, physique with her like, and I think that's what you like. You told me you like kind of like skinny, sexy, like small and sexy. She's like that, you know. But at the end of the day, it's your choice, Adrian. So
she's got a wow with the personality. I gotta see the personality.
Yeah.
I'm curious because Harry and Luke led with more like connecting, and you were leading with like hot, skinny, which is fine. You know, that's your preference. But why do you choose to lead with that versus like internal connection?
Well, you know, it's like anything else. You got to feel attracted to the person you're with. You know, you got to feel like you know, there's kind of like there's got to be a strong physical, earthy connection, along with the mental and emotional connection as well. It goes hand in hand. It's like a yin and the yang kind of thing.
Yes, I'm gonna say something. I agree with Adrian.
I don't.
I actually think it's
you're wrong.
So, so this is interesting. When age, yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna let the show play for you guys. This is such an interesting show.
It's actually
You're wrong.
It's important to tell a woman honestly what you like instead of telling the woman that you care about internal connection, you care about the spirit. He's being a New Yorker. He's being honest.
Honest.
It's just being honest. Most guys will not tell you this. He's telling you the truth that all the guys.
Well, Luke and Harry, is that true for you guys? Like, do you guys have this like internal conversation with your head of like she has to be looking this way before I even approach her?
Well, I mean,
Should I go first? Oh, never mind. You take it.
Let me answer that. All right. So, like, I mean, I think with all men, that they're more looks based, and I mean, that's the initial attraction. So, yeah, I mean, this is number one. I mean, I've heard that with women that it's more like the inner, whatever, the confidence and how they're full pack. How they feel. Whatever. Chime in, Jamie.
Yeah, I would. Well, it's kind of funny. So all of my friends, all of them, they like laugh because they say I date ugly boys. And it's like, it's true. Like for me, like if I'm on a date with somebody, of course, like I'm looking at them, but like what makes me like swoon or what makes me go like, oh my God, is more just like mannerisms or like, if we're walking, a hand in the small of my back, like little things where they feel confident and they're moving in this like confident, gentlemanly way. But like looks have always been not that important to me. And maybe, I mean, for me, like when I was younger, I was a little chubbier, and I think like being treated differently when I was in my early 20s versus now when I'm 33, where I guess like classic features that are attractive are like what you can see now. But I think I was treated so differently when I was not looking the way I look now, and maybe that's why I try not to. And actually too, like, so I do hair, and a lot of my clients who have this like list of like, you need to be this tall, you need to make this kind of money, all those things, those are the girls that are most miserable that I know that are my clients.
Yes, I believe, I've seen a lot of studies. Women don't really care that much about the guys like good looks.
No.
That's it. Yes, but guys do care about the women looks, and I think women do understand that, and I think that's why you do work in the beauty industry.
Yeah,
you do understand that. So I respect what Adrian is saying. It's like he's not lying to you and telling you that
true.
It's all spiritual.
Okay.
We care about it. We care about it,
Right.
and you are beautiful.
Oh,
okay, so I want to say that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's just the way it is, and but I'm not gonna lie, personality does matter too in a woman, and there's other thing that can, as you heard Adrian say, he talk about height for women, but it's interesting. But every guy's at different things. What's his name again? The guy.
Luke.
What is it? Yeah, you choose.
Okay,
Which
so
one you're talking?
if we are talking about physicality, Luke, like physically, what is your like type of like dream woman? If you could just create one.
Well, it's more than just physical looks, but I do like tall women, but
Ah,
it's okay. I've always been tall, but I have a lot of women. My mom is what, 5'1.5", so go figure. So if you just talk about looks and stuff, looks onto everything. And because I was not, I understand what you mean. I can relate to you. When I was younger, no one really wanted me. No one really wanted me that much. So you grew into your looks. You're a very lovely lady, and I grew into my looks. Now I'm 6'2", and looks onto everything. Because one day we aren't gonna look like this, and that's why it's important that we keep that bond. That's why you want someone who's smart, and you want someone you can relate to. Because if you're just going to play that just on looks, and I remember what you said about you have those friends who are just beautiful and focus on their looks, and they're miserable.
Yeah.
They're just going to just focus on that no matter what. And one day, as I said, it's just.
yeah. No, I just want to tell you that I do agree with you. It's not the only thing, but it does matter for men, and we don't want to lie and say that hey, it's not an important thing because I don't mean to get like a little bit wild here. Like when it comes to like sexual attraction, like in order for a man to get up, he has to kind of like what he sees,
Then Adrian would be correct. Then it would rely solely. Because when you first look at someone,
yeah,
yes, there's a stronger perception for males than versus females.
Yeah.
Females take, if I recall from biology, it takes about like 5 or so seconds to realize, am I going to sleep with this individual and forgive me? Where it takes only 2 or 3 seconds for males. So it's much more of a physical aspect for a male than for a female. Females are much more selective. They want a man he just more than just good looking, but can he provide more?
Exactly.
So
yes.
Yes.
We agree with that. Yeah, because I feel like I always like tell like women that you guys look at men differently than we look at you, and it's okay. Like you said that you look at a man, you look at like his internal, his confidence, and stuff like that. But men are not really like that. It's the look is the first thing that got the attention. It's very important, and then everything else, like of course there's other aspects. But I agree with what I forgot what's his name. James Bond. I forgot what he said.
Just call me James Bond. You said that. I can take that. I've been known that.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what, like, according to James Bond. By the way, you know all the James Bond movies.
I'm in the suit anyway. So
he always got a lot of women. What you know about what he says is true. It's like women are more like. They look at more a bigger picture when they look at men. Men look at
that's true. I think
a wise man, right
there. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So wait, Jamie, do you feel like looks to a certain extent are important with a guy, but do you feel that a guy like you feel like they have to make a really good living or something to support you? Is that how you feel? I mean, just be honest.
Yeah, no. We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked. I was shocked.
Yeah. So, I have a successful career, and I'm very confident in my career, and I've been doing it for 14 years. And so, when it comes to security and like providing, yes, it's important. But my issue with that is, I've dated men that have led with that, and it became how do I word this?
They were insecure about them.
No, I mean, they were very confident. It was more about them providing, like, let's say it's a vacation or let's say it's like a night out or whatever, it almost like gave it like, if I'm going to provide this, this behavior is allowed, where it was like almost like a tit for tat. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the control that some like men led with that. And then they try to like control with that as well.
What do you mean what do you mean tit for tat?
Like, actually, like my last relationship, which ended last year, it was not great, but he was very, I mean, I even took a step back in my career so we can like live a certain lifestyle together, which was me. I changed up a lot for my, my own personal career. And it got to a point where if we were on vacation or doing something, he would just be an asshole. And then like when I would bring it up, it would be like, I'm taking you out here. Like, it was more like I can act this way because we're on my dime. And
I got you.
They held it over your head.
yeah,
I never paid for the first dates, just so you know.
They acted like a parent, excuse me.
Okay, can I you, Adrian? What did you say?
he likes to go Dutch on his dates.
The first few dates, I go Dutch because I don't want that pressure. Because a lot of times,
I don't. Oh,
a lot of women do feel that pressure, like, oh, he paid for this nice, expensive dinner, therefore I got to put out.
No,
So,
I don't think it's that.
Regardless.
I definitely feel like if because I do like more of a traditional standpoint where I do expect the first date to be, if they're asking me, if I'm asking them to go somewhere, I'll go halves or pay for it. But if I'm being asked on a date, I do expect that. But in return, or not in return, but like, I mean, it's a cliche argument, but I put a lot of money into what I'm wearing, how I do my hair, like all the things. And I feel like,
you think this is free? Wow. You think this is all? This takes
either
time,
way, I mean,
we do the same thing.
Right? I know, I understand that, but
the Lamborghini is expensive too.
But when it comes to like traditional courting, like we talked about this yesterday too. Like I grew up with like a very, very gentlemanly father. To this day, spoiled my mom rotten. And I expect that behavior in the same. And like how my mom repays my father is she's just a really loving wife. And she's actually the breadwinner in our family. I grew up where she was making more money and my dad he would pay for a lot of things when they first started, but he took a step back to like support her. And now she's just like a powerhouse woman. And not that I want that exactly, but I just feel like courting, I'm like way more traditional where I do expect like my partner to pay and no question.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the panel. Okay, go ahead, Adrian.
I was gonna say that's strike two for Jamie, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So, who here believe that the man should pay for the first date? Raise your hand. Like the men should pay for the first date.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Yes, I do. Okay, it's okay. So
I don't think there's anything wrong.
So James Bond, you don't pay for the first date?
It varies. I like Jamie's interpretation of it because if I ask someone out, I see her. It's my treat because I invited. It depends, boy or girl, it doesn't matter. I invited you out. You are my guest. Yeah. So if someone else was to invite me out, just for you example, we can go. We can pay half or something like that. I was raised in the same house you were. My mom, my dad were very, very traditional, and they wanted that the same. I want a woman who is independent, excuse me. So
Freudian slip.
So if that's something you would want, that's called compromise. That is, in a relationship, you must compromise on something. Yeah. So if that's something you want,
and I mean, I don't think like my way is the only way. It's my way. So I mean, like for Adrian wanting to go halves like on the first few dates, there's definitely women who are okay with that. I would not be. If that was like the first date and that was like the thing, I would be like very turned off.
Like so basically, Adrian, so you mean half and half?
Like the bill comes and you're like, all right, let me get my calculator out. We're splitting this?
We just kind of split it evenly. We do it Italian style. Just kind of split it evenly for the first few dates. And if I see that I like you, then I'll invite you on a trip somewhere, maybe to Mexico or somewhere in the Caribbean. And then I can see myself covering the trip, depending. But the first few dates, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to see if you're going to be a friend or a lover. So just to keep that pressure off, I like the 50-50 split, because that way it's not like you don't feel like you got to put out or anything. And I feel like, it feels like we're just kind of getting to know each other for the first few dates. That's the way I like to do it. I've had good success with that. I was in a 3-year relationship when I did that once. And she was also thrown off in the beginning. She's like, whoa, this is weird. She wasn't used to it, but we ended up dating for 3 years. So
Was she tall?
She was not tall.
I'm telling you, guys.
That was a nice retort. I give you that.
So wait, Adrian, you did the 50-50 thing with her in the beginning, you said?
In the beginning, and she did not like it. She told me later that she did not like it, but we still.
Yeah. No more of the 50-50 thing. I think I don't know
Harry.
if that's a great. I think. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know about that. I know, but like the thing is, it's like, I mean, maybe, yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, I'm more traditional in that sense, like, definitely more traditional. I mean, I'll let a woman pay every once in a while if they really want to, but that's more like once you're dating like for a while, right?
And example, like the last first date I went on was a couple weeks ago, and I got there before he did, and I got like my drinks, I got my drink because he wasn't there. And I wasn't, irritating. It was irritating. But it wasn't, so like, yeah. And then I ended up having my card, and then he bought his drinks on his card. So we accidentally went halves and halves and stuff like that. Like, it's not like I'm going to wait till he gets here so my drink is bought for me. Because again, like, I live alone. I have my security. It has nothing to do with like, I just want someone to buy me a drink. It is like, for me, like a courting thing.
Yeah.
And
I believe in that.
Yeah.
You know why I believe that? I believe that in the relationship, the man is most of the time should be the leader. I know you don't agree with that. And the way you lead is with your money.
I like to be led, but like, I'm not going to make it like,
I think Adrian likes to lead also, but he likes to lead on the third date. When you go to vacation.
In Mexico.
But on the first date too, but just depends.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Okay. So what is your height, Adrian? If you don't mind. If you don't want.
6'2", 9 inches.
6'2". Okay, 6'2".
And then Luke is 6'2". Harry, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2". Well,
yeah,
you guys are all a foot taller.
Tall guys. Okay. So all right. So like for like a first date, like what is your like, okay, for the first date, like what would be a no? All right, like so you're gonna ask them.
All right, I want to start with Harry because I haven't heard a lot from him. What would be like a big like no on a first date?
The turn off that would, yeah.
First date, let's see. What would be a no on our first date? I don't know.
Hard
maybe,
exit.
maybe if she like asked me like how much money I make like on the first date or something, like she starts maybe it's grilling me or something. She starts like being too like demanding or grilling or something, like being too nosy. Maybe being too nosy, like, you know what I mean? Just like whatever. Maybe grilling, or maybe being like really critical or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can be that way.
Adrian.
And wait, hold on. And if they don't like my chihuahua, I have a chihuahua.
You have a chihuahua?
She's gonna love you.
No, I mean I do. I have a very big dog.
I like you already.
Mike. Where did Mike go?
Let's see this pup. Now I have a Shar-Pei Pit Bull mix, and she is my life. Obsessed with her.
Oh my.
She's bigger than
well,
me.
I got Mike the Chihuahua, and nobody's better than Mike the Chihuahua. I mean, here, hold on. Let me show you Mike the Chihuahua.
Yeah,
hold on. Come here, Mike. Stop. Come on now. This is Mike the Chihuahua. My ex-girlfriend hated him. She hated Mike the Chihuahua. Can you believe that?
Why did she hate Mike the Chihuahua?
I don't know. She was like a bitch or something because she had like she had like 3 golden doodles, and they're like huge dogs. And like Mike the Chihuahua is compact and loving, and he's a sweet baby. But she hated Mike the Chihuahua. She was like, "Oh, I hope Mike the Chihuahua dies soon." I was like, "Thanks a lot." Like,
That is so terrible.
she was like me.
Yeah.
I know. She thought she was being funny too.
Yeah, dogs dying is not very funny.
No, but I'd like to see her Shar-Pei.
Yeah, she's a beauty queen. Love her.
I love
Adrian.
small dogs. I'm big. Yeah.
Okay.
Adrian, what's a big no-no for you?
Come on, Mike.
A big no-no would probably be lying. A lot of women lie about their age, so about their height. So I'll often check that right away. Sometimes I'll say, let me see your ID. I want to make sure you're the right age. I've had girls that tell me they were 18 and find out they were 16. That's happened. So,
you date?
and also dancing. I'm big into dancing, so I like someone that can move.
Okay.
If we connect on the dance floor, that means we're going to connect in other places. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think this is where you're going to win. Tell her about your salsa dancing.
I don't do salsa dancing.
Come on, J-Lo. Let's see J-Lo.
Come on, J-Lo.
I am Jamie Lopez.
Yeah.
Okay. Luke or James Bond, aka James Bond. What's a big no-no for you?
Really, I don't really have anything. It's not really that big of a deal for me. I'm really flexible. I'm probably gonna shoot myself in the foot here. I served 4 years in the military, so I was in the Marines, and I think here's an example. If you can get yelled at for just having dust on your bed, or
You could put up
get
with
over
a lot.
that. It takes a lot to really upset me. I'm not going to I can appreciate any date with someone because it's company. I highly doubt I'm going to have I don't think I would have anything wrong with it.
Like
No.
on a first date, like you would have ought to get to know somebody before you're like checked out.
If I think this will wrap it up, at least to answer it. If I went on that date, I would have the information and I would done my due diligence. Excuse me.
That makes sense. Before you even get to the date.
Yeah, because then I would be confident enough to go on that date.
That makes sense. So we have dog death threats, 16-year-old dancers, and no-nos. That's the options we have right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm simple.
Yes. Oh, okay. So I want to ask you, because you hear what those three guys say. They're
Very different.
They're very different. Like some guys, they have like restriction and boundaries, and some guys are more open. Like, just tell us and be honest. What are you what are you more attracted to?
Out of these?
Out of out of this this kind of conversation. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so do you want somebody that have like a little bit more open, flexible, or somebody that have boundaries, like that are like a little bit of restriction? Well, maybe the question. Okay, you know what? Before I do that, let me go to this. What are your boundaries? What are your no-nos on the first date?
Wow, that's a good question.
Guys, listen up, right? If you guys go with her,
I'm all ears.
Let's see.
Oh, she has none.
No, I'm trying to think. I am very open-minded. Like I don't have a particular type of man that I date, to be honest. Like everyone you line up, or everyone that I've dated, if you line them up, they're very different personality and looks wise. I think I don't do well with rudeness and criticalness, and I think that was what Harry mentioned. Like just somebody who is not. I know kindness can be interpreted differently, but like somebody who's genuinely kind is probably like my biggest thing that I'm looking for. So when somebody is, and I could be funny and crass and all of that, but like somebody who I can just tell is just an asshole. It's super cliche, but just how they treat other people when you're on that date, like how they're treating the wait staff or treating other people, or even like, actually, I know a big no-no. I hate when they're on their phone on the date. And it happens so often where it's like we're having a conversation and I get it, work and all of that. But if it's just like unsolicited and they're just like on the phone while I'm having a conversation, it can kind of kill the mood for me.
Adrian, I think it's you.
When he was on the phone,
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, you on. She's saying that she doesn't like when men goes on their phone on a date. She's talking about you.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice.
you were on your
On a
phone.
date, I never do it. On a date, never. But on a Zoom call, yes.
Oh,
That makes sense. We're at work, or it's gonna be like work hours. I get
but
it.
this is kind of a date.
I
I
turn my
mean,
phone off.
as long as she's paying, I'm okay with it.
Oh no, that's terrible.
He's a man- I do have to give it to him. He is a man of print. He sticks to his principles,
Yeah, and
or his
that's
convictions. I do
Yeah.
respect
I
that.
am who I am. Honesty, number one. Always number
well.
one.
I
honesty.
think a younger Jamie would be into Adrian, but not. Like I
No?
feel like no. I feel because I love a headstrong.
I'd probably be
someone who
into a
knows
younger Jamie too.
what happened
I'd probably be into a younger Jamie as well. So
when I didn't have boundaries.
need to get a time machine.
If only if I was 16.
Guys,
Oh,
let's stop
shucks.
this. Let's end this. Hey, this is gonna go on YouTube now, guys.
I like you. You're funny. You got an extra point now. That's good. You're funny.
18 years old is the legal.
He said it.
No,
No,
but
I said a girl lied. She lied about her age.
yeah.
I don't honesty
exactly.
number one.
Exactly.
I like what Adrian said. I think it was Adrian about like, yeah, I mean, like, was Adrian said like about lying and stuff?
Honesty number one.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, no, I agree with that 100% because like, yeah, like cheating and like if you're not like again like a person with good values and like a person that like is honest and like is not gonna just play a game with you and
But
has
okay.
good values.
I
So that's
agree,
like that.
but I feel like a lot of gentlemen will say that, but they don't exude the values that they want from a woman. They only expect the value and the honesty to come from the female, and then in my experience, it's not the same like on their end. So
I
it's
think
like
they're afraid of being. I don't mean to interject, but I think a lot of men are afraid of being turned down because you have to understand, guys have the same feelings that women do. Just they hide them a little more because if in society, if guys show their feelings, they will be shunned for it. Where women can be more open. Guys do have those feelings.
True.
So it's much more difficult. They do have to hide that. And if they're just so open, they have to, it's a little bit different with men. So
I think
Adrian is very, we can't be so direct about it. So I respect women who are direct and who are honest. Men, we kind of have to go along with the ride and cross our fingers. So
are you saying? Are you implying that men have to lie?
No, they just have to. I wouldn't say lie. Lie is a very good word. No. It's how you look at it, I guess.
No, I actually think that men do have to lie.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think like
what lie about what?
Like lie about
intention?
No,
like,
not lie about intentions. That's not.
But the woman's look, like, I don't think you should like tell her in her face all the time. I think like if you're not into her, that's it. You don't have to say why. Like I think there's some honesty that you can have. That
there we go.
You don't have to hurt her feeling. You just like keep it like that. No, you just said that. No, I had to move, or you can come up with a different.
We can't be as sensitive.
Yeah, you can be
sensitive. Certain...
Can I expand on what Lucian is saying?
Yeah. Oh, I you said his real name.
That's I'm so happy. Thank you. And you did it.
Yeah, because I
do prefer
like
Mr. Bond.
I like
Lucian.
I think Lucian is a good name. But anyway, the thing is that Lucian, no, he has a point because the thing is that no, he's not saying lying. He's just saying like men can't like let like the women know like what's completely going on in their mind.
Well, why
like,
do you? I feel like so many women get
because the thing the thing is that because then they're like showing their cards. It's like poker. It's like my last. I went in. My girlfriend broke up with me last month, and I think partly it was because I started telling her that I loved her. I was showing her my cards, and then maybe
She didn't break up with you because of that.
I think
Well,
I agree with you. I don't think.
I
I
would
mean,
agree with I would agree with Harry.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
because
gonna say
before she was pursuing me, but as soon as like I started being more like quote unquote
open.
needy and open and like I love you, then she was like taken off like a bat out of hell. She didn't really like that. So like what Lucian's saying is like maybe hold
But
your cards.
So he's saying like don't be a simp. You heard the word simp, right? Like
I mean,
like
between the
and
lines.
I'm teaching all those. I've said that in the podcast many other times. Don't be a simp. Be a bad bitch. And those guys like
No.
yeah like that's the way bad bitch act. Like they don't show their feelings too much.
Men
No,
are
I don't
equal.
think that's how a bad bitch acts. I think a bad bitch acts like, um, I mean, the authenticity. So I'm not sure of your situation, Harry, but again, younger
Yeah.
Jamie kind of went along with relationships that in the back of my head, I knew it wasn't going to be lasting. And then once I realized, oh, they're deeper in it than I thought, then I would like back away. But it was me not being authentic from the beginning of saying like, actually, I think this is only going to be a few months of like fun versus a lasting situation. And I think you could still look for it forever and still have fun with and like know the difference between the two. And that's all about being honest with yourself and like setting those boundaries like within yourself. And it took me to get to 33 to realize that where even if I'm interested in somebody and I know, okay, this is never going to be a long lasting thing, but I enjoy their humor and their company, having that conversation and being on the same page, I think everyone can win. And you could still, search for your forever. Just be careful.
Jamie, do you
So
find that
you're saying it's
Hold on.
I'm sorry. Hold on, two people are talking.
So I was going to say, do you find that often you'll be with a guy, but you're not looking for anything seriously? You end up like using them? Does that happen?
No,
often?
I mean, that's the thing. So, and this is like a new revelation for me. Like literally, I've been like kind of leading with this mindset maybe like 6 months. But a great example is another date that I went on months ago. It was pretty clear that we were physically attracted to each other, but I mean, he didn't have a thought in his head. Like the things that I really am interested in, he wasn't into, and vice versa. But and it was almost like an unspoken convo. But like instead of this is like TMI, but instead of like actual dates, we would just like meet each other at each other's places. We knew that it wasn't a thing. And then once I started like connecting, I was like online dating, connecting with people that I actually had more of a conversational connection. That dwindled out and nobody was hurt. Nobody was like, whatever. It was very mature. It was very safe. And like, I'm sure he's living his best life and you don't have that emotional hangover. I feel like sometimes you want to connect with someone physically knowing that you don't have that emotional contact, but you almost feel like you have to say those words and those things that can love bomb somebody or whatever. But then you're just like lying to yourself and to that person at that point, and
But can I say something?
yeah.
Because I think Adrian was intimating something that again happened with my ex-girlfriend. It just feel that, I do feel like that's kind of inauthentic. Like when you're with somebody that like, and it's happening in our society today because of freaking internet dating. I mean, I feel like women have the upper hand, and I feel that like in terms of like, like you could be with a guy, let's say you like physically or whatever, but you're not really connecting with them on an emotional level. But you just kind of like hang out with them maybe for a few months until something happens where you find somebody better. Well, it's like maybe Adrian was intimating this. I don't know whether he was or not, but I think he was. Like, yeah, I could feel like that's what happened to me. Like I felt like I was used, like maybe sexually or physically, because I'm a funny guy, whatever, I'm attractive and I had a fun time. She had a fun time with me, but in the long term, she didn't see us as real partners. So as soon as something maybe better came along, like she dropped me like a hot potato because she was really because of dating apps and whatnot. I feel like a lot of these, relationships, what we even call relationships, are really just like extended Tinder dates that are not, even if they go on for a few months or even a year, because women are always, I feel like they're like not like going full force into these relationships because they always think that they have all these different options, and so they feel like they could be with a guy that's like just okay, not that great, but just okay for the time being until they find somebody better. So it's like I feel like they're not even diving in.
Well,
but what's your perspective on that, Jamie?
So I mean, I feel terrible about your ex and your situation. That sounds
I'm really
not
am
great.
sorry, Harry.
But that's what I'm saying.
okay.
Like having that conversation. So like, I mean, back to Adrian's point, like I'm at a, when I have that, like if I know, okay, this is not going to be lasting, I'm not pretending to be in love. I'm not asking them to take me anywhere. And that's what I was saying. Like it got to the point where we were just like, let's watch a movie at my place and like hang out or whatever. But it wasn't, I was very clear. And I think that person, he was also very understanding that this wasn't a for everything. And I don't believe personally in, like, again, if your goal is forever, which I think is a lot of, it's my goal too eventually, but like, why deny yourself something beautiful, even if it's short lasting, as long as you know the boundary and the other person knows too. It's like a respect thing, and it's a very adult conversation to have, but I don't go into every date like with puppy dog eyes knowing it's going to be my forever. It's like I need to know that after a few dates, but I don't deny myself anything at the same time. And then if I am very interested in somebody, there was somebody like that I met online that I was interested in. He wasn't in a great place to commit, but when I wasn't talking to anybody else, and that was again a decision that I made for myself because I was like, hey, this guy actually clicks with me.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, so when you met that guy, did you stop posting stuff on Instagram? Because
I posted stuff that that was like more targeted for him. Like it was like if we talked about music or talked about whatever, like I would like maybe have this song in the background or whatever. So it was like these little instinctual hints that this is
okay
for
because,
you.
Because I'm saying like if you're in love with this guy and then you're on social media, a lot of other guys probably still talking to you.
No, so a very adult conversation to have, but I don't know about your ex and your situation. That sounds
really
not great.
Sorry, Harry.
But that's what I'm saying.
okay.
Like having that conversation. So like, I mean, back to Adrian's point, like I'm at a, when I have that, like if I know, okay, this is not going to be lasting, I'm not pretending to be in love. I'm not asking them to take me anywhere. And that's what I was saying. Like it got to the point where we were just like, let's watch a movie at my place and like hang out or whatever. But it wasn't, I was very clear. And I think that person, he was also very understanding that this wasn't a for everything. And I don't believe personally in, like, again, if your goal is forever, which I think is a lot of, it's my goal too eventually, but like, why deny yourself something beautiful, even if it's short lasting, as long as you know the boundary and the other person knows too. It's like a respect thing, and it's a very adult conversation to have, but I don't go into every date like with puppy dog eyes knowing it's going to be my forever. It's like I need to know that after a few dates, but I don't deny myself anything at the same time. And then if I am very interested in somebody, there was somebody like that I met online that I was interested in. He wasn't in a great place to commit, but when I wasn't talking to anybody else. And that was again a decision that I made for myself because I was like, hey, this guy actually clicks with me.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, so when you met that guy, did you stop posting stuff on Instagram? Because
I posted stuff that that was like more targeted for him. Like it was like if we talked about music or talked about whatever, like I would like maybe have this song in the background or whatever. So it was like these little instinctual hints that this is
okay
for you.
Because I'm saying like if you're in love with this guy and then you're on social media, a lot of other guys probably still talking to you.
No, so that's another thing too. And I mean,
so that's the way a lot of guys look at it.
Okay, so again, I'm not every woman, so I can't speak for every woman. I'm not going to say every guy's this and every woman's that, but like, so my IG is private. You saw don't have a lot of followers.
I got you. Yeah, you right.
And I don't use my posts are very like I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of who I am, but it's private, and I'm very
private. Okay, yeah,
very
that's a good point. The private thing is good because if it's private, it's different. Yeah.
And I mean, it's like I have 900 followers. It's like, and if you look at my posts, even like my most like body positive ones, when you look at the comments, it's all my girlfriends or like my gay friends saying yes, girl, whatever. So it's all about the woman. I mean, I think if a woman leads with her physicality and that's what her value is, which is totally fine, that could be a different conversation. Like I'm speaking from my point of view where I don't like to deny myself, but I feel like I have a good sense of when I'm dating somebody, like where it's going to go. I could be surprised sometimes someone who I'm like never ends up being someone that is a little bit lasting and vice versa. But it's all about for sure for me, it's like knowing your sense of self and they know their sense of self.
Thank you.
So you can answer that what you're looking for, right?
I mean, Jamie has a good point. Jamie has a good point. You're right. I mean, you can go on dates with not knowing that it's like you're forever. You're just having fun.
Yeah. But I mean are you guys looking like what is your long-term goal?
I want to get married. I want to get married and have kids. I'm looking to have about 4 to 5 kids. In the next
It's a good goal. It's a good goal.
He's very honest about that, so I do give him credit. One. Okay.
Harry. Okay, so you want to have kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
4 to 5. Okay, so
No, Adrian wants to have 4 to 5.
That was Adrian.
no, Adrian wants to have 4 to 5 kids.
Jamie?
No, Adrian.
Yeah.
So you want to have 4 to 5 kids, and like, and I know there's no real time limit on men.
Yeah.
But there's no real time limit on men. But Adrian, is there like a time limit, like where you think like you gotta get it, you gotta get the kids, you gotta get married, because time matters. Time matters. We're getting old.
Somewhere between now and 50 would be a good time.
50 years old. Okay.
Yeah, before 50.
Let me ask you, if you're 45, 46, or 50, like how young you gonna date? How young can you go as far as like a woman? What's the
someone in their late 20s, early 30s? I think it's
early
fine.
20s, early 30s. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so Lucian, what are you looking for? Are you looking to get married?
There's the kids. One, relationship. Two, about 2 kids, and I always like to plan ahead. So I look at the financial, because I've seen a lot of relationships fail because they do have kids, they rush into it. So it takes about 200,000 per child just to raise them throughout their lives. You want a good education, you want a stable, nice location. And that's a very big thing. I would agree with the age group, 30s, 35, maybe a little bit older, because you do want that security. And I've learned to be patient, not so cavalier. So I'm very patient on who I want, someone who I'm sure I'm going to share that relationship with. And I wanted to say this, you are very, Jamie, you are very, I do respect what you said about being direct with your partner, that about being adult, whether or not you want to have fun with them or you want that relationship. So I really wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna start the elimination.
Oh wow, I forgot about
No, we're gonna start. We're gonna start like
Oh shucks.
you gotta like have the like
the one-on-one
the first guy that you feel that
right now.
Yeah. If can you do it or you're not ready? You're not ready yet?
Well, what's crazy? No, I mean everyone's so different, and it's like I feel like all 3 actually speak to very specific parts of me, which makes it harder because I don't know what part is more important.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have to say it out loud.
No, like it's basically like you can have another 1-minute interview, like find out other question, last question.
No, okay, I'm ready to eliminate somebody.
You want to eliminate?
But I feel terrible.
That's just life.
That's true. That's true.
Life is like
I'm
Oh, I'm about to be kicked off the island. Oh no.
Jamie, you can eliminate me because I gotta go to the gym.
Okay, Harry's eliminated.
Okay.
I'm eliminated. I gotta go to the gym.
Oh, you gotta go. Okay,
Jamie, I was gonna say you're very lovely and very nice, and I like your attitude, and
you should have told me that. You should have told me that. I did not know that there was a gym thing going on. Okay, no problem. You may.
No. I mean, I'm making it easy for Jamie. You know, I'm making it easy for her.
No, it's not that. It's not that. We want it to be hard. We want it to be honest. I don't like that kind of like I'm gotta go to the gym because we need to.
Okay, then I'm not. Okay, then I'm not going to the gym.
No,
Now
exactly. We gotta be men. We gotta stand and.
Okay, fine.
We need the confidence. You know, like.
Okay, right. You're right.
We need the confidence. Like you gotta. We gotta face rejection.
Rafael Sauvage.
Yeah.
You're right. Rafael Sauvage is all about teaching men confidence and having game. So
Yeah.
let's say I'm staying. I think you're lovely, Jamie. I think you're very cool. But now you make your decisions.
I was gonna limit him.
Da, 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 da,
Oh, you're gonna need
da,
Harry.
da.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, Harry. You're basically. She said that she was to eliminate you. I'm sorry,
Okay,
man.
That's great. Thank you, Jamie. I wish you the best. You're awesome. And Lucian and Adrian, I wish you all the best. You guys are
You
all
too, mate.
awesome.
It was
And
a
thank you
pleasure
so
and
much,
an honor.
Raphael.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, Harry. Thank you, Harry.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so now you have the two guys left, and now you can talk a little bit more, and then in a minute which one you want. Right? If you want to talk. Or if you don't want to talk,
No. So do I say why I eliminated Harry or no?
Sure.
Yes, you can tell us why.
So everyone, the ex, like I was so tired of hearing about his damn ex, and his like I just felt like
Okay.
come on, you know, like it seemed like he was so clearly
He's hurt
because he kept saying all women, and then he would retract, and I'm like, I feel like a lot of those issues would just be carried on to the next poor girl.
Okay. So men are not supposed to.
No, they can't, because I mean I talked about people I dated, but like the way he said it, it just sounded like he still was very like affected by it.
He was still very affected by it. Okay.
Did you get that too?
Yeah, I know. I got that. He was trying to, and I think like it's not good to tell. So do you agree with men that it's not good to open up and to tell the woman all your problems?
I think it's
that's
beautiful.
Just what happened.
I think I feel like each intense relationship is going to give you beautiful lessons, and you should carry that on, and you should have a conversation about it.
But don't share it with your woman.
No, share it with your woman. But it's clear that he didn't process it all the way. Like I'm able to talk about my exes in a calm manner because I feel like I was able to, you know what I mean? Like I would love to hear about the last relationship and all of, actually that'd be a great conversation, like your guys' last relationship.
Oh, that would be a last, okay. So
like why it ended.
This is how she's going to eliminate you guys. She wants to find out. This is the death war. The death war is going to be, what was your last relationship? How was it?
And why it ended.
And why it ended.
All right, I'll go first. So my last ex, she was from England. She was British. So I usually don't like white girls, to be honest. But you know, we met in Mexico, and I ended up going to Colombia, and she followed me there. She literally moved to another country for me. That should have been a red flag. So then we went on a nice little trip, very romantic around Colombia. And that was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that kind of trip if I wasn't looking for anything too serious.
Okay.
And I realize that now. So long story short, she starts, getting a little jealous, and not just jealous with my female friends, jealous with my male friends as well. And like causing problems with them and just trying to be like a little, little tattletale. And I cut her off. I ghosted her. And, it was tough. She was getting kind of obsessive with me. She said it was the best sex of her life. She called it the BSE.
That's the Spanish, right?
No, BSE, best sex ever.
I thought it was the big Spanish cock. Are you Spanish?
She was British. I'm Colombian.
Colombia. I thought that's what you meant, the BSC. Okay, no problem. Okay.
So yeah, so long story short, I unghosted her. I unblocked her.
Why?
I just was talking to other female friends, and they were like, it's not really nice to ghost people. And I'm like, yeah, and I think it's something that I need to stop doing. But she thought we were gonna get back together when I unghosted her. But I let her know, like, look, let's just be friends. We've had a nice conversation, and I hope she's better. I hope she finds what she's looking for.
So now you guys you ended it, unghosted, and now just like supportive, like friends now.
I'm trying to keep as far away from her as possible. She's trying to like reopen the communications, and like, when are we gonna see each other? And I'm like letting her know, like, look, I'm busy.
So why you on ghost?
I was gonna say, like, because yeah, like, without giving closure to her, what's the purpose of unghosting her?
Yes.
Well, I gave her closure. I did, but
What
I'm
was the
thinking
closure?
the closure was like, hey, we're just gonna be friends. We can, we can talk every now and then, but I can't be responding to every message or making plans or anything like that.
But
She
did
was
you
looking.
tell her that her behavior was just like the reason
Oh
why
yeah,
you
she
ghosted
knows.
in the
She
beginning?
knows her. She's apologized 10,000 times about her behavior, and I've let her know how it felt. But in that moment, I overreacted and ghosted her and blocked her everywhere. But now we've had a conversation. I've unblocked her, but I see her trying to kind of rekindle things, and I have to just constantly like stop her. So, but she's in another country, so it's a little easier. So
Okay.
don't be psycho, please.
Ditto. Luke, what was your last relationship and why did it end?
It's been a while. I just want to date. I'm gonna try making this brief. She just tried to boost. She was a very smart woman, no doubt, but I think she tried to boost her looks by constantly trying to show me other guys. And I know how do I say this? I live here in Palm Springs. If you ever been here, there's a lot of guys, so you have to kind of get used to it. I'm gonna keep that down low.
You hear me? Lucian?
But she kept sending me all these pictures of guys so she would seem very more attractive. And I didn't want that. I don't want someone who wants me to be more jealous of her or to boost her own ego at my expense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable of who she is. I know she's intelligent. I know I wish I could have said down to earth, but after that, so
she would show you guys that were into her while you guys were dating?
Not dating. We just went on a date, but we spoke. We did go on a date. I actually drove to San Diego just to see this woman. We had spoken for 6 months because we had met on a dating site. So I knew her quite well. And I know what her profession was. I remember everything about her. And it really did hurt after a while when she was showing these guys to make her seem so
wanted.
Yeah, and jealous. I'm not the jealous type. I'm not insecure like that. I know who I am. I don't want to say my worth is. So if you like me, you like me. And I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, it's very strange behavior that she did. Actually, both these ladies kind of have strange behavior. I would love to hear their side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't judge all women. Everybody is different. So
No, for sure. Yeah.
So I don't think I'm trying to do that to you.
No. I'm sorry. I said that kind of snarky, but it's so
no.
There's always two sides to a story, but I know women that do that. So what you're saying, actually, both your guys' stories, I know those ladies. Again, I have so many female clients, so I feel like I get like this plethora of what a lot of women, how they approach dating. And I mean, your instance sounds like she was just insecure and that she needed that validation.
Okay, so hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she's gonna have to eliminate one more guy.
Oh my God!
And you're gonna have to tell. You're gonna have.
I know I'm gone. I'm off the island.
You're gonna have to tell the guy why you are eliminating him. You're a strong woman.
I am. They're complete opposites.
I think he's good looking. He's a good looking guy, and he's smart.
I'm not going off looks. Oh my God.
You want a threesome or something? Like you want the two of us?
No.
I told you he was smart.
I get the weekends.
Okay.
Friday to Sunday.
Oh shucks.
I'm eliminating Luke only because I think it's interesting because I actually hate Adrian, but he excites me a little bit more.
Get out of here.
Can't blame you
Drop
there.
the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the freaking mic.
But here's the thing.
Drop
I don't
the mic.
want, but here's the thing.
It's over. The show, the show's over.
No,
No, it's not.
but the thing is,
It's over.
I wouldn't want to go on a date with Adrian. I'm being
You
forced to
wouldn't?
eliminate, but because I know I would,
Yeah, it's BS.
The convers-
you would have gone on a date of Adrian.
No, I wouldn't.
Adrian won.
No. The conversation
because you would. Why didn't you pick Luke? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is amazing. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
No, because I feel like Luke wouldn't tell me when I'm not that I'm out of line. It sounds so weird, but like,
I'll tell
not
you.
that I want to be challenged, but like I want the authenticity that Adrian brings, like, is probably the most attractive.
Drop the mic.
No. But again, I don't think I would want to, like, if I was on a date with Adrian, I would want it to be over. But I feel like you're telling me what I want to hear, Luke.
Oh! Drop the mic. Okay.
What?
No,
I promise. You're not gonna want it to be over.
like,
I promise.
there are studies that are done that there are women that say what you say. It's not a lie. Like, it's something that men have to learn. This is a study that happened right in front of all of us.
Luke, don't cry.
You tell a woman,
You
tell a woman the truth in front of her. You tell her the truth. As much as disgusting as it is, the woman will know that this is a man that have boundaries, and they will respect that. They will respect the fact that you set your boundaries and you are a bad bitch.
I want Luke's values, but with Adrian's delivery.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because I love what Luke has said. Like, I feel like we have similar traditional mindset. Like, I think we approach dating, but I felt like you were telling me what I wanted to hear and not what you were really feeling.
I love your honesty. It's a little bit of boldness in you, but I want Luke to defend himself and say, no, this is really truly who I am. If you want to say that, I don't know. What do you want to say? Luke?
Am I allowed to, so this is my rebuttal? I do agree with Adrian. On the first date, I do go with 50-50. I do go Dutch because I
Flip-flopping.
think the times has changed. What? Because I'm switching stories?
You're flip-flopping, man. You sound like a politician.
Nah, not really.
Oh!
I knew I'd get back to that. I do agree with him.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Flip-flopping, buddy. Stick to your story.
Nah, I know.
I'm just
But I do
messing.
agree. I do agree with his point. So it depends. As I said, my present story is if I invite you out, this goes for guys and girls. You are my guest. If when it comes to a date, I don't mind it if we go Dutch, but I do like. That's as simple as it gets. I told you from the beginning.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you. Look, like, the one thing that like was the red flag for me, and I love that she's a great guest. I mean, she did very well, because the one thing that was a red flag for me, because I thought that she would have gone your way, is when you said that, like, we asked you what is a turn off for you on the first date, and Adrian was all over it. Yeah, they'll turn off. I'm a man that have boundaries, like, there's things that turn me up, and you said that you almost had none, and I'm like, that doesn't sound real, authentic. Like, if somebody tells you I have nothing,
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know that the person is telling you that to make you happy.
but if a man, like, if
You
they're
cannot-
clear on like what they like and don't like, and they go on a date with you, it gives value to me. I'm like, okay, they clearly know what they don't like, and they still want to hang out with me.
Exactly.
It makes me feel more desirable
It's more desirable because
versus I'll date anybody.
I date anybody, or I like. Yeah, I think like you, look, it's something that we all can learn. It's a good lesson for all the men. It's like, because I grew up doing that also when I was in my 30s, like, telling that I'm gonna like basically simp for you, do everything. And I feel like that wasn't getting the woman. But when you say that, no, I have my boundaries, and with my boundaries, even with those boundaries, I'm still dating you, which means that you pass the test.
Yeah, it feels
You
real
pass.
special.
It's like Adrian is like Harvard University. Adrian is like Harvard University because you like Harvard University. You make it tough to get in. You understand? Harvard
Yeah.
University, and then you make it seem like you're like a community college. You take everybody, so you have to show that you're not that. You know, something that you have to show a little bit too. But I'm not telling you to be rude or to be arrogant. We're not telling you to be like that.
Yeah, because he took it to an extreme.
It took it to an extreme. But I want to tell you, look, it's something that we can learn because when I was your age, I believe I was a little bit like that, and I think we can learn that. But but you did good.
Don't worry. As you gain more age and confidence, you start learning.
Exactly, you start learning. It's like you're young, you're 30, you're the youngest guy, right? You're the youngest guy. Yeah. Exactly. You learn. But you're very handsome, you're tall. But I think look, just set your boundaries. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay or are you mad at us for us to tell you?
I told you, it
Don't
takes a lot
cry,
to make me angry, so don't worry.
Oh, you did say that. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so so Luke, if you want to say your last word or whatever, and then, what do you want to do? You want to hang out with us?
Go for it. Yeah, I'm always fun. Adrian was really fun. I give you that.
Yeah, Adrian was fun. So Adrian, because you're the
winner.
You're the winner. You tell us what do you want to do now? Do you want to talk or do you want to say your last words? Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
J-Lo, you're really nice. You're really cute and all. But again, because of the height thing, I don't think it's gonna work out. I'm sorry. So.
Yes.
But you seem really sweet, really intelligent. I like the way you speak. I like the way you express yourself.
Thank you.
You seem very confident in your career and whatnot. And I wish you the best.
Ditto.
Yeah, very good. Have a good one, Adrian. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so Adrian is done. And then Luke, you can say your last words if you feel like you can have a last talk. What do you think about this experiment that we just had?
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, because it's too bad Adrian had to go, but next time I'm gonna get like people that can stay. But I understand you have to go. He has things to do. But as far as you look, let me ask you, do you care about a woman's height?
At times, yeah.
He also said he was looking for a tall woman.
Yeah.
Oh, so you okay? So you are like
Yeah.
that. Okay, all right, good. Okay,
It's
because I don't see a lot of guys that care about that. Like me,
I know that's
me,
surprising.
it's a surprising crew of guys.
Yeah.
Me, I don't care because me, I'm into the shorter women. Like a little bit shorter than me. But I agree. I don't want too short. I don't want like 4'8", 4'9".
Well, it's interesting. All of them were all the same height, and 2 out of 3 all specifically said they wanted tall women.
Like when you mean tall, what's the shortest you can go to?
Shoot, my mom was at least 5'9".
Oh wow, that's tall.
5'9". Okay.
She's very tall.
Yeah.
So-
And maybe that's what it is. Like maybe Adrian also had a tall mom, so it's like they're just girls date their dad, men date their women,
Exactly.
like whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it is. So Adrian, do you see something that you want to tell this woman? I want to go this direction right now, and this is gonna sound weird because I think I want to do this a little bit because there's a little bit of that. So I want to say.
You can ask anything.
Yeah. I want
love
you to look at it and say that and tell the young lady why do you think that she do you think that she made a mistake by picking the one guy?
Well, I trust her judgment. She knew what she wanted. Maybe I wasn't experienced as Adrian was very open.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It had nothing to do with what he was saying. It was just he knew exactly what he was saying.
You know what I like about you. You are very nice, and you just said that. You said that I think she trusted her judgment.
That was so sweet.
It's very sweet,
and I do love that. And actually, this is way attract. I feel like I'm maybe now that we're not doing a competitive field. I feel like you're being more authentic now.
Yeah, it's it's a very authentic thing. to say. But you know what I feel? I think it will be nice for you to say, no, your judgment was wrong.
No.
You picked the wrong guy.
Usually,
That would have been hot.
That would have been hot.
if you want me to fight to the death, maybe. But that's on a different.
Already was like turning me off, and what you do for a living seemed like it aligned more again with my long-term goals. So like on paper, you are like what I want, what most women want.
On paper.
On paper. And even, I mean, you are very handsome. The fact that you're tall, like these are all things that really do resonate with me. It all is about like at the end of the day for me, with all of that pushed aside, like I want to feel like a woman, and I want my man to feel like a man, and I want my man to be like, no, you're wrong. Like exactly, you chose the wrong person.
You chose the wrong guy.
And let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why you chose the wrong guy. I'm the right guy. You see what I'm saying? That's that kind of confidence. And I don't think you're not confident, but I think that you are very, little bit too agreeable.
Drop the mic. No, you choose the wrong guy. You're giving up too early. It's like okay.
You really wish me to be that much more aggressive? I could.
Aggressive, yeah. I mean,
you from New York also, right? No,
no, I'm not from New York. No. People think I'm from New York all the bloody time. No. Or England. I'm from Palm Springs. Both of my parents are foreigners from Iran and from Romania.
Oh, you were born and raised in Palm Springs?
Yes, so I'm the first
wow.
Yeah, no, Adrian, I don't want you to be overtly aggressive. It's not being aggressive, it's being real. Adrian, do you value yourself?
No, I understand what you mean.
You value yourself, right? So somebody told you, no, I picked this guy. You gotta be real.
He's from New York.
Adrian was just being completely honest what he wanted. And that's what I also mentioned. He believed in his convictions.
But you believe in your conviction too. You believe in your conviction too.
I know what I wanted, and she knows what she wanted, and that's what she followed hers. And I respected that.
But I don't think I knew what you wanted. I feel like you weren't.
I was appeasing you, or that's all I was giving. I was giving what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, I think you gave it answer, not even what I wanted to hear, but what like a general woman would want to hear. I didn't feel personalized to. I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you wanted. If I had to be I'm able to read people, and I'm really good with that. So I understand exactly what you mean and what you wanted. So if you want me to put in words, Adrian was right. He understood his concepts, what he wanted to see in a woman. And he was very open with that. And I told you both, and all you guys said, I respected that. Not many guys have that capability to do
That's true. I gotta give you that. You respect your competitors. You give them a proper respect of like a thing. So let me ask you, as far as Harry, did you see the flaws in Harry? It's okay to talk about your competitor, not in a derogatory way, but in an honest way. Did you see some flaws in Harry? If you don't want to say it, you're not comfortable, it's okay.
Harry was, I see all the flaws in a lot of them. Harry was a very, I don't say, on a physical level, on a mental level.
No, mental level, because women are more like about mental. Physical, we know what's going on, maybe.
I analyze everything.
Yeah. On a mental
physically,
level.
He was older. When he says go to the gym, I go to the gym every day. So physically, I surpassed both of them. So
I like that.
If you want to go that
way, I like that.
If you want me to be,
lead with,
I know how to win.
In it. Yeah.
Huh?
So this is the first time, hopefully not the last time I'm on your show.
No, you gotta come.
I hope so.
No, because I'm gonna tell you. You know what I think? I think there's a majority of women that like the guy that is like more like confident, and tell the truth and set the boundaries. But I believe that there's a minority of women too that like the guys that are appeasing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This is going to shoot myself in the foot once more. If you ever go to a bar, and yes, I can dance, the first one picking up a woman is the first one who talks loses. You don't talk. You want the woman to come to you. You want something where you can have a conversation. You don't just randomly come up to someone and say, hey, and stuff like that. That doesn't work. You have to know what excites them. So right now, I didn't want to say anything. I waited for everyone else to talk. Then I would wait. I would give a general answer, normal answer. Adrian was the most interesting because he would give, I don't want to say physically I surpassed him,
Yes, yes.
both of them. And
Yeah,
that was
agree,
I
I
could
agree.
easily rely on my physical looks.
Yeah.
And yes, but I want Adrian answers. I wasn't sure how he would answer that. To be honest, I thought I was going to win.
No,
I was
but you
actually a
came
little bit
close.
shocked.
Yeah.
You came close. You came second, you know. But like,
No, continue, please.
no, you came. I think you came a close second. I don't think because this is how you have to know that you came close. You know how you know you came close? When she came to make that decision between you and Adrian, it wasn't easy for her. So it wasn't like, oh no, get rid of get rid of Luke. Luke is garbage. You know, she wasn't like that.
That's what made it like kind of funny with Harry because I was like, okay, thank God, because then he was gonna lose.
Harry was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
Harry was easier. So it was a tough competition, but I think you need that one little edge, that edge of like, this is what I like. This is what I like.
I felt
so
like
if I'm dating you, if I'm taking you on a date, I like you for a specific reason, and that makes a woman feel like okay.
Because even what you were saying, like at a bar, I would love for someone to come up to me, even if they don't really know what they're going to say. But again, it's a kind of like a primal instinct of just like he's picking me, you know. And even if it's again not even like a planned out thought, but I prefer someone to walk up to me and ask me if I want a drink or a dance or you know whatever. Because I'm not scanning for the quiet guy in the corner. Usually when I go out, it's either like I'm taking myself out for a drink or I'm with girlfriends. So like, I want someone to like, you know, make them.
Again, in the clubs, and I don't want to say I go clubbing or I told you, if not before, I can dance, but the first one the majority of people to ask is usually the guys. You don't want the women don't go up to guys and ask them to go dance or buy them a drink. Because women on a majority basis, they are afraid of rejection. And really, that's a major turn-off. It will affect them a lot more than most guys. So if I go up to women, especially in a group, I need something that I know will suit me, will give me the advantage. So I can't just randomly go up to a group of women. And not many people can. It needs to be fun. It needs to be in an area with loud music, somewhere where we can relate. You can dance. You can do all this stuff. Because that's the whole point, is having fun. And you want that confidence. I know that. Adrian, you saw that in Adrian. He was exciting. Me, I was much more reserved. So I see exactly what you wanted. I share a lot of Adrian's principles. Because if you're going to take a girl out, or woman out, excuse me, to somewhere nice, because I don't eat fast food, not a chance in hell. I go to very nice places, a nice restaurant when you and I can talk, get to know each other, and see if we already have. I don't even need to say that because I already know I know what I want in you, and you want the same thing. Those decisions have been made already. So I understand Adrian very well. So I miscalculated on that one, but it was still pretty fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was super
I had a good
fun.
time.
Yeah, I really like the way he presented himself, like what he did. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Okay. Yeah, like Adrian is an actor, and I wish I could show. I don't think we can do that. Like we cannot show a YouTube video, right? Yeah. He's an actor, and he had a YouTube video, but I might show you guys after that. I might send it to you, where he was dancing with a lady, and he was acting acting with like even a little bit more edgy confidence, like because it's for a show. Like, you know, and that was interesting. He was dancing salsa, and it was dancing pretty good. I was like,
he's
wow.
Colombian.
Yeah, it's Colombian. It's like I was like, wow, okay, very good. So it's those are things that we can learn, you know. I mean, as men, and he told you that, Adrian. I like the way he treated you. He told you that, hey, you can go up to that, and then pick up on that. You're still young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah, yeah, he's older. He's older, so he understands that. Probably there was a time he was like, okay,
I imagine you wanted, but
you know, if you guys have other questions, look, you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. So that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. And I
it's a
think that's
pleasure, sir.
yeah, definitely pleasure.
It's a pleasure, miss.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to have another show. It could be in a different.
Guys, I want to thank you guys. Subscribe to my channel. This was a stream that I had. Please look at it. Tell me what you think. I agree, guys. Thank you.